Thank God.
Oh.
Thank God he's retired. Let me say this. I'm a Steelers fan, so I get to say this. Thank God. I said it the third time. Ben Roethlisberger deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. 3 Super Bowl appearances, 2-time Super Bowl champion. My gratitude for the tremendous job he did for the Steelers over the years. I can't say enough about how I feel about the man. I love Ben Roethlisberger. He should have retired 2 years ago. He should have retired 2 years ago. He couldn't move. And then he hurt his elbow, and I get all of that. And so because you're immobile and your arm was compromised because of the hurt elbow and what have you, the combination of all of those things unfortunately made you a liability. And the only reason we really didn't say, Dan, that he was a liability is because they didn't get a successor. And I'm not looking at Mike Tomlin because Mike Tomlin's the head coach. I'm looking at Kevin Colbert. Listen, I'm not saying the man deserves to be unemployed because, for the most part, he's done a good job with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But I kind of think there needs to be a new voice in Pittsburgh making decisions. That's how I feel about it. I ain't going to say no names yet because I ain't qualified because I don't know the names that are available as of yet. I got to get that list. But what I'm saying to you is that when I look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, they were stuck with Ben Roethlisberger because the alternative was a Mason Rudolph or a Dwayne Haskins. You never had a successor lined up to really step in and make some noise. So you desperately needed a Ben Roethlisberger who you knew through age and attrition wasn't what he used to be. And unfortunately, Dan, and I would say this to you, you would say this to me, and we've said this about numerous athletes, as great as you are, one of the saddest things to see is someone who sticks around too long. We know that Ben Roethlisberger still had his moments even this season. As putrid as that offense was, as anemic as that offense was, we still know he had his time. I remember one game earlier this year, Ben Roethlisberger was the only one that showed up to play football. He was a warrior out there, and the rest of his team sat down and just wet the bed. And I get all of that. But in the end, Ben Roethlisberger has pretty much not been Ben Roethlisberger for the last couple of years. Man. So thank God.
Dan, can I just say something quickly? So Stephen A's visceral reaction for his quarterback is thank God.
Thank God.
What came to mind for me is nobody was tougher in just the way he extended the play and kept it alive.
Once upon a time.
In his heyday.
Molly, thank you.
Yes.
Can we
I
celebrate?
enjoyed watching him.
Can we
for
celebrate?
18 seasons.
You know, Stephen A, it is 10:18. You came on the show and you were like, you're in a bad mood. You are confirming that you are in a bad mood. Can we celebrate?
I didn't lie.
Can we celebrate? This is what I think about when Big Ben announces his retirement. Hall of Famer. Lock Hall of Famer. And in two ways, kind of was one of the focal points of spearheading a different and a new kind of quarterback in the NFL. These big 6'5", 250-pound guys that are crazy athletic but incredible throwers of the football. The Dante Culpeppers and the Steve McNairs. The new age Josh Allens. These guys that are big monster athletes. And then I think about the play against the Indianapolis Colts in the playoffs where there's the fumble and he chases down the guy and makes that tackle. I think about the throw to Santonio Holmes in the corner of the end zone against the Arizona Cardinals to win a Super Bowl. I think about a guy that, played through incredible amounts of injuries. I think about a guy who's going to go down into a class of one of the greatest quarterback classes ever in the history of the NFL draft.
Who denied that?
You!
No.
The first thing out of your mouth was thank you. Thank God instead of thank you.
No.
The first thing out of your mouth as a Steelers fan, let alone a fan of the NFL, should be thank you, Big Ben.
Why?
You were incredible.
Hold on. Let me ask you this question. You know what's laughable about your position, Dan Orlovsky?
What?
You've been doing nothing but waving pom-poms about Matthew Stafford over the last several weeks because your quarterback can still ball. You see, you're not a Steelers fan. I am. I watch every game the Steelers play. On my NFL package, I don't miss Steelers game, no matter who they're playing against, okay? Every Steelers game. I know what I've been seeing from Ben Roethlisberger.
But
and what I'm saying, wait a minute. I've been thanking him. I think we did a eulogy right here on this show at the beginning of the season. I said it's over.
What a celebration.
I said it's over. I said, thank you, Ben. And I said, thank you for everything you've done. You've been wonderful. We really, really appreciate it. But it's over. I don't give a damn whether you make the playoffs or not. You're not a threat. The offense is anemic. You can't move. You can barely throw. I mean, listen, your elbows, it's not the same. And all I'm saying is, I appreciate everything he's done, and he should be celebrated. But my God, was it time? It was time. And as a Steelers fan, you wasn't celebrating him until the end. See, you're here for the point. I'm saying to you, I've been looking at Ben Roethlisberger all of these years, and I've been celebrating, and I watched the demise week after week after week, man. And I'm just telling you, it's time, because you holding up the progress of the franchise, because they had to make sure they respect you and deferred to you because you deserved it. But it held them back. Now we can move forward.
But you could have done that Friday. You're on the show tomorrow at 10 to 12. You could have done that Friday, talked about it was time. But in the moment of announcing a retirement, we can say one of the greatest ever. Like one of the top 10, 15 greatest ever.
Where's my tissue? Here's my tissue. You just almost made me cry. You know why?
Good.
You know why? You know why? You know why we couldn't do it tomorrow?
Why?
Because it ain't that relevant tomorrow.
Oh, my goodness.
Jeez, dude.
Oh,
You are ruthless.
Listen.
Yeah.
If it was Tom Brady, we'd be talking about him for a week.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers, we can't stop talking about him. You know, with Patrick Mahomes or whatever.
How is one of the...
Listen. If it's Ben Roethlisberger outside of Pittsburgh, now, I'm not talking about myself. I'm saying outside of Pittsburgh. You know what everybody's saying? Thanks a lot, man. We respect that guy. I look forward to him going to the Hall of Fame. Thank you.
I disagree.
And they out. Tomorrow, let me say, I'm what? When you gonna be at tomorrow? I promise you. You pick any show you want outside of Pittsburgh or outside of the NFL channel. Pick any show you want, any channel. I promise you, they're gonna be talking about Ben Roethlisberger. They're gonna be talking about it. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.